Recall that the input statement always returns a string. In this case, we are asking the user to input a number. How old is your cat? And we store the result in the variable age. But if we print out the type of age, it doesn't matter that we were asking for a number. It doesn't matter that the user typed in a number. The type of the variable is a string rather than an integer or a float. And if we wanted to do some math on that number, like new age equals age plus 1, we'll run into some trouble. We get an error because Python doesn't know how to add a number to a string. It can add two numbers together in the traditional way. It could add two strings together by concatenation, but it can't add a number with a string. To get around this, we use what's called a type conversion. We can say integer age equals int age. Int is a function that takes a value and converts it to an integer if it can. Notice now that we have three different variables hanging around. We have age, which was a string. We're converting age using the int function to an integer called int age. And then we're adding 1 to int age and storing it in new age. We'll see how we can cut this down a little bit. But if we run the program now, it should work. My cat is 4. In a year, my cat will be 5. Again, though, if the user typed in a decimal number, like their cat is 2.5 years old, we get an error. If we're expecting the user to type a decimal number instead of an integer, or if we just want to allow for that, we could use the float function instead of the integer function. Remember that a float is a decimal number. Let's try again. My cat is 2.5, and in a year my cat will be 3.5. In fact, we could clean this up a little. We could directly take the result of the input function and wrap it in a call to the integer function. Just like order of operations in math, Python is going to execute the inside statement first, gets the result of the input function, feeds it to the integer function, and then process that, saving the result to age. Now we don't need this line, and we can just use age instead of integer age. We can also go the other direction. If we have an integer, we can convert it to a string. Here I have assigned the value 4 to the variable myInt. I can convert that to a string by using the string function. The string function is just str. Let's just verify that we really did get a string out of this, and that the value of the string is the same as the original value of the integer. So the type is string, and the value is 4. Fantastic.